headed out to Peru. And he was going to be a missionary in the Amazon jungle. And the Amazon jungle is a very dangerous place. And you can easily die out there. And so, working from advice of fellow men, he was advised to take a gun along with him. So he got a handgun, a pistol, and he had a clip full of bullets, and he brought this pistol out into the Amazon with him. And he would sleep with this pistol, and he would keep it next to him as his protection, and kind of as a last resort to protect him against, any harm that might befall him in the Amazon. And over the 10 years that he was a missionary there, he thankfully never had to use his pistol. So upon returning home, he took his pistol and he decided he was going to get rid of it and throw it out, but first he was going to go shoot the bullets in it and empty the clip in it. And he went out to his backyard to shoot this gun, and he pulled the trigger once, and there was a click. No bullet fired. Then he pulled the trigger twice, and no bullet fired. And he continued to do this, and none of the bullets worked. And so often in our life, we build false senses of security. And we do this through the wisdom of man. And as we learn, the wisdom of man is foolishness. The best wisdom of man is foolishness to God. So, as we see, we often in life, we move away from the Lord, and, nowhere in the Word of God does it instruct us to bring manly weapons with us. It tells us to use our spiritual weapons. But he brought this weapon giving a false sense of security, and as such, the reality was it wouldn't have done much good against any attack, and he would have fallen victim, and should have relied on the Lord. So, today let's turn first to Genesis 11, 1 through 9. We're going to begin in the Old Testament today. The Tower of Babel. Now it says, now the whole earth used the same language and the same words. It came about as they journeyed east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar and settled there. They said to one another, come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly. And they used brick for stone, and they used tar for mortar. They said, come, let us build for ourselves a city, and a tower whose top will reach into heaven. And let us make for ourselves a name, otherwise we will be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth. The Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men have built. The Lord said, behold, they are one people, and they all have the same language, and this is what they began to do. And now nothing which they purpose to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down, and there confuse their language, so that they will not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of the whole earth, and they stopped building the city. Therefore its name was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole earth, and from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of the earth. Well, you're probably thinking, what does the Tower of Babel have to do with you today? Being that, there's no tower being built here in the Philippines as such. And what the purpose is we want to look at what they did here in building this tower. And oftentimes in the world has its wisdom and its formula for success. And there's typically three factors that we can look at according to the world standards that are necessary for success. First, one must set an ambitious goal. Second, he must plan very carefully to reach that goal, have a very formulated plan. And third, he has to work and follow through with his plan. Now, this sounds like kind of a good formula. It sounds kind of nice, but as we know, the